of AJ, and AJ is just arriving now. I was talking to you guys in the studio, you fighters, saying, look, usually fighters, you wanted to arrive a minimum of 2 hours before your ring walk. His ring walk is going to be around 10 to 10. We're being told potentially that he was just warming up in his hotel room, which must be next door or nearby. You know what they're like around here, they're so close. But did that surprise you, Carl? He's only just arrived?
It has surprised me a little bit, but I mean, when you actually think about it, what does he have to do when he gets here? He goes into the changing room, he shakes a few hands, and then he warms up and gets ready, puts his shorts on, gets ready to fight. So I don't think it's a big deal.
All week long, we've had car chaos. We've had Daniel's dad go to a car wash, get lost on the way to Leicester Square. We've had AJ an hour stuck on the North Circular, and we've also had AJ 45 minutes in his fancy car on the telephone outside a venue. He has come here intentionally at this time. He's sending messages. Yeah. He's playing with us. Don't be fooled by it.
Let me tell you, he probably doesn't want to wait in the dressing room that long, because when you go to the dressing room 2 hours early, you're sitting around, a lot of people come in, take pictures with you, want to shake your hand, all that type of thing. He wants to be totally focused. He wants to leave from his ring, his hotel room, go to the change room, get changed, get wrapped up, and then go to the ring.
Laura, everything he does and says is premeditated.
Absolutely.
He thinks about it, every single thing he does in his life. So, I mean, if he wants to get here an hour before the fight, then he gets here an hour before the fight.
Hey, we don't mind waiting. Liam Gallagher doesn't mind waiting either, does he? A reminder as well, that's coming up in about 9:25, Liam Gallagher. I mean, what an event to have Liam Gallagher on stage, AJ and Daniel Dubois fighting. You're saying everything is calculated about what AJ's been like in fight week. He has just looked very calm and like a wise old man in a way now, Chauncey.
What were you thinking about it? It's 5 stadium fights in Great Britain. It's just over 420,000 people have paid to watch him in those stadium fights. He's had the pressure since Lennox cuddled him at the XL in London when he won the gold medal. Lennox put his arm around him. Lennox has had the gold. AJ got the gold. And I don't know if Lennox whispered in his ear, it starts now, son, because they're going to be on your back for every bad move you make. And I tell you what, he's had more pressure turning professional, I think, than any other British fighter in history.
Lennox, what advice would you have for him now then, at this stage of his career?
Go for it, go for it. Right now, he wants to be undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, and I can see it in his eyes. This is what he wants to do. He wants to accomplish that goal. So this is just one step before that.
Do you think it's good for a fighter to think about those kind of goals that he wants in the fight beyond the fight in front of him? What were you like,
Yes,
Carl?
no, people talk about taking your eye off the ball. I don't think he has to take his eye off the ball. He understands that he's got a tough task in front of him tonight in Daniel Dubois, but it's always good to have an eye on the future and a plan for the future. Now, I mean, AJ in his career, if you look at what he's done, it was a meteoric rise, and then he had to defeat the Ruiz, and people had written him off. He's come back and beat Ruiz. He's now trying to be a 3-time world champion. Can you imagine at the end of the story, if he does become a 3-time world champion, then after that he unifies the division? I mean, would you put it past him?